A spark ignites, it starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born. A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the maze. Planes walking the multiverse. Through chaos and time we immerse. Legends rise and fade like sparks. Across the void we leave our marks.
They added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so that the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, it's, I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choking the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away. Hiding where you dare, in the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold. The answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater, or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm going to try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm going to shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a D20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. More, it hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost trying to go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through? Or am I too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall.
members deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation. Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on, not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be. But there's just something cool.
The Caveman and his crew, paint on my face, just a move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh! Club for life, mark it on my skin, that sign from the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true, you can feel them cut right through, bring that spark straight to you. Every drop, every view, must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. YouTube Club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. YouTube Club for life. Raise your hand. That's the sign. That's the sign. once you're in, that's it. I'm the banner we lift. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. Call it out, hey. I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side, hey. You did club for life. For life. For life, hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life, hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life, hey. Once you're in for life. Paint on your face, shine on your smile, script in your hand, same old style. You spin your tails in a neon cape, selling cheap gold from a plastic grave. But the ground still shakes when the truth hits hard, and the old voice rises from the bones and the dark. You dress your fear in glitter and jokes, hide your hate in a velvet cloak, but stone sees through the smoke. Yeah, stone sees through the smoke. Caveman roars back, tear the mask, crack the act, strip the gloss from the lie, hear the old world cry. Caveman roars back from the fire, from the black. Every false king shakes when the real one wakes. Caveman roars back.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the season finale. Mossy's here.
Hello.
Can you believe it already? The season finale to Caveman Roars back.
Yeah, wow.
It's been a lot of rage. A lot of rage. And we're not done. We saved the best for last. Mossy, do you know the Oscars are moving to YouTube?
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is Mossy has the article. We're going to go through it, and then we're going to discuss. Because I have a little bit to get off my chest, and I have a little bit to say. All right. Let's hear it, Mossy.
All right, so this article is from Variety. It starts with the Oscars are heading to a very small screen, which I have to sort of disagree with because I feel like a lot of people watch YouTube on their TVs nowadays. I certainly do. Anyways, back to the article though. In a move that's sure to send shockwaves through Hollywood, the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Science has signed a multi-year deal that will give YouTube the exclusive global rights to the Oscars, beginning in 2029, with the 101st ceremony running through to 2033. ABC, where the used to be, I guess ABC still is,
Yeah.
where the film industry's. Point is, ABC had the rights up until 2028 for the to air it through until 2028 is my point.
Right.
To me, honestly, this sounds like that contract was ending, and
Yes.
they went with the highest bidder, probably. Which
Yes.
I assume.
Oh yeah. So I have a little bit to say about a lot, actually. You know,
Yeah.
when this came out, there were some people that were heralding this as the Oscars finally starting to wake the fuck up, right? Smartening up, being, more progressive, right? I guess that's the better term to describe this here, right? Because YouTube is the thing now, right? People are moving to YouTube. People are watching YouTube. Like, a lot of stuff is on YouTube, right? That's where we house our programming too, right? It's just, it's the thing, right? And it appears on the surface level, Mossy, that the Oscars are finally responding, right, to the young people, right? They're going towards where the young people are, right? Because everyone's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like very easily accessible.
Right.
Anyone that wants to watch it will very much be able to. Whereas, I mean, in previous, like for previous Oscars, and I guess still current, if I wanted to watch them, I'm watching them later. Like, I can't watch the live broadcast because I don't have TV, or I don't have live TV. So perhaps this is a way of making it easier for everyone to watch it. More eyes on it, so therefore more money in their pocket. I'm just speculating here.
Right. No, and that's the common, the majority's thinking, right? And you make great points, Motsy. You really, really do. And everyone that is for it is making great points. Do you want to do some math with me, Mossy, right now?
Sure.
Would you like to do some math?
Yeah.
Last year, in the States, the average watch time for YouTube. Do you know how many minutes it was?
I'm sure you're going to tell me. I don't know the...
Guess. Just guess.
I don't know, 20, 30 minutes?
37 minutes.
Okay.
Guess what's the watch time on Netflix? The average watch time in the States.
I'd imagine a few hours.
An hour 50.
Yeah. Most movies are around an hour.
An hour
nowadays,
50.
guess, so.
All their live specials, everything's going to Netflix.
I mean,
everything is going to the YouTube fights that you see now. They're moving to Netflix, right? Tyson and Jake Paul, not Jake Paul, but his brother. That fight was on Netflix. Okay, SAG, their movie awards, SAG movie awards was just on Netflix. And from all account, it got a great response. I watched it, and it was a great show. It was an awesome show. Do you know why those watch time numbers matter, Mossy?
Oh, why is that?
How long is the Academy Awards typically?
I'm actually not sure. Probably, I don't know, 3 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
That's a great point. It's openly accessible. Like, that is a great point on YouTube. But those watch times matter. They matter huge. And you're thinking to yourself, if there was more consistent watch time on Netflix, that makes sense, right? Why didn't they just go to Netflix? Because they don't want people to watch. Everybody's hailing this as being fucking progressive. All you have to do, Mossy, all you have to do is the watch time. 37 minutes, an hour 50. People watch shit on Netflix. The watch time on YouTube is going like this. It's shrinking. It is shrinking. And I don't blame YouTube for doing this. I don't. Right? They want to get people back on the platform. Right? But no one's going to watch this. If nobody watches on ABC, no one's going to watch it on YouTube. No one's going to watch it on YouTube because they don't care. They don't fucking care. Who won? Mossy, who won this year for Best Picture? One battle after another.
Yeah.
One battle after another. Another period piece film that was boring. I grant you, it had some amazing performances, but that film shouldn't have won. Sinners should have won. Now, Michael B. Jordan won for Best Actor. Why didn't win for Best Picture? Because it was a sci-fi vampire movie. It's horror, and the Oscars don't like that. They're not progressive, guys. I keep hammering this home. They're not. The only way that this fucking organization is progressive if a film is undeniable. If Sinners didn't get attention and sweep mostly everything, it wouldn't have won Best Act. Michael B. Jordan wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have won. They were forced to give Michael B. Jordan his flowers. They were forced fucking into it. I believe the film won costume as well, best design, script, all that kind of stuff, because they were forced. They were forced into it. For one, it was popular, and the Oscars don't like anything that's popular, so that's a strike against it. But they were forced into it. It started picking up momentum. They had to give it its flowers. Everyone's thinking that it's not progressive. It's not innovative. It's not thinking ahead. Because if they were thinking ahead, they would do what SAG did and just go to Netflix. Why do you guys think they didn't go to Netflix? Because they don't want fucking anyone to watch their show. This is not going to get any numbers. And that's a good thing. Because they don't have to put up with any fucking backlash. When next year comes and when they have their movies up, they look at the Smashing Machine. What they did to that fucking movie, they torpedoed it before it even got the chance to get going. They told you what they thought of that movie out from the get-go. It was given a wide release. If Oscars are considering a movie, Mossy, think about this. If Oscars are considering a movie, are they going to give a film a wide release? No! They're not! They're not! Look at how long it took them to recognize Asian actors. Mossy, how long did it take? It took a long time. Parasite. Parasite is a great Asian film. It is. It was undeniable they had to do it. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Everyone's praised the Oscars for no. Don't fucking praise these people. They had no fucking choice. They had no choice, Mossy, to do that. Lord of the Rings, perfect example. It's one of the films, I believe, Return of the King, swept everything, all the major awards. And everybody's like, oh, this time, Oscar. No, listen, they got threaten to do it. If you don't give this film its flowers, you're not getting any funding anymore. The Oscar body only does something if you threaten them. Django Unchained, Mossy. I feel like we talked about this. Django Unchained, right?
Yeah.
Django Unchained. It was an awesome movie, right? Tarantino did a great job, an amazing job. The Oscars went after it. Too many N-words. Tarantino said they tried to smear the movie. And trust me, they tried. And they did smear the movie. Tarantino said if you're the N-word, the old N-word argument, if you think the N-word wasn't used more in the Deep South, then you are out of your mind. What happened? A year goes by. A fucking year. Almost the exact same movie comes out, Mossy. The exact same movie, right? I believe it was called 7 Years a Slave or 13 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave?
What? 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
12 Years a Slave came out. Almost the exact same fucking film. It had torture porn. It had torture porn. A full 5-minute whipping a black woman scene. At the end, the white guy was the hero. Guess what happened to that film? It won an Oscar. It won an Oscar. Same exact movie. Almost same exact movie. The DNA was in the film. They had a full 5-minute whipping scene. Torture porn. Mossy, you had torture porn in a movie that was nominated for Best Picture and won. But Django Unchained didn't win. Why? Because it had a black guy as a hero. It had a black guy as a hero. Oh, we can't have that. Think about it, Mossy. Think about it.
Yeah.
Django Unchained basically is the same movie. They had a whipping scene in Django Unchained. But Tarantino is smart enough to know that I don't like that. I don't want that in my film. So we're just going to play music over it and all that kind of stuff. He made it bearable to watch, to sit through that scene. Bearable. What happened? 12 Years a Slave? No. We're just going to show it fully. I
mean, it's a drama, whereas Django Unchained is action.
Yeah, but it's the exact same thing. Exact same film, Mossy.
I can't agree with you on
It's
that.
the exact same film.
They're not.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They're so different.
No.
One's a serious drama showing the horrors of slavery, and the other's an action film.
Same thing to slavery. Dude, the horrors of slavery within that fucking film.
But
Mossy, it was in that film.
it's the same topic, but it's about different things.
No.
Yeah.
Black guy is a hero. We can't have that. Black guy's a hero. We can't have that. And then in 12 Years a Slave, a white guy's a hero.
Yeah, they're different movies, though. Like, one's a very Tarantino, like, obviously, type action movie. It's like you go into it knowing what to expect, and I mean, it's a fun time, I'll admit. But
it's the different, same beats, though. Same beats, different flavor of film. Different flavor of the same beats, though. The same beats don't get manipulated by the Oscars telling you different. Oh, it's not a different film. It's not a different film, Mossy. Okay. It's not.
All right.
Explain the timeline then. Explain it. 1 year, Django Unchained, virtually the. Do you know how fast 12 Years a Slave came out? It came out really, really fast. Really fast. Django Unchained came out after 12 Years a Slave, virtually a year apart. Virtually a year apart. Do you think that's coincidence? Do you think that's coincidence?
Unless if they started shooting after Django Unchained came out, then yeah, I think
it's
probably a coincidence, buddy.
It's not a coincidence. It's not, though. It's not. One film came after the other. Virtually about the same thing, different flavor, different beats. Different beats, same flavor.
Yeah.
Same flavor of film. Slavery, a black guy rising up against his oppressors. 12 Years a Slave, almost the exact same movie. The only difference is a white guy was a hero. And it got an Oscar. That is not coincidence. That is a listen, if I would agree with you if this shit has not happened time and time again. I would 100% agree with you. I would 100% agree with you if this was the only instance, right, of this happening. But we have year after year parallels. Perfect example again. Dune Part 2. It got torpedoed in the Academy Awards. It still got nominated a bunch of times. It got nominated for Best Score, and then the Oscars took it away. Disqualified it. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because it had too many similarities with Dune Part 1.
I mean, I would expect some similarities.
Back to the Future got nominated. Okay? Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, best scores.
I mean,
best scores, the same exact score. The same exact score. Home Alone, same thing. Same score, almost. Star Wars, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6. Jurassic Park, and you can go on and on. Why was it disqualified? Because the Oscars don't like science fiction. And that's why it got disqualified. All right? We go back to the late 80s, before Beauty and the Beast comes around. It got nominated for Best Picture. 10 years after, what happens? Oscars came out. The Oscar Academy body came out. It's like, we've created a new category, Best Animated Picture. Do you think that's coincidence? No, that the Oscars saying, we don't think this art form qualifies for Best Picture. Everything Everywhere All at Once got nominated, and it won for Best Picture. Do you think it was out of the Academy body's good heart? No, of course not. It swept everything. It had to win. The Academy body had to give it its flowers, because people were basically banging at their door saying, you better fucking recognize this. Parasite. Again. Parasite. Mossy. Why do you think Asian actors in movies don't get their due when it comes to this stuff? Because the Academy Award body likes what they like and what they don't like. They don't get it. They don't understand Asian filmmaking. Do you think that's a coincidence when all these when people are basically banging out their doors saying it better win and they all win? Do you think when the actress from Everywhere All at Once got an Academy Award, it was out of the hearts of the Academy body? Do you think if it was out there, their hearts grew 5 sizes that day, and they gave it to him out of the goodness of his heart because it won out of no? She was on the ballot. She got nominated, won because they had to give her flowers. Mossy, they don't do anything out of the goodness of their hearts. If they did, all these Academy movies would be relatively available for everyone to watch. Why isn't that? Why is that the case, Mossy? Where all the Academy season comes and all these movies are in selective theaters. Why do you think that is?
Because that's probably up to the distributors.
No, it's the Oscars not wanting you to watch that movie. There's parallels, Mossy, here. There's stark, scary parallels that the Academy body, the Academy Award, doesn't care about filmmaking. They don't care about movies. They don't care about you. Because if they did, Sinners would win. Because if they did, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would be nominated. Smashing Machine would be nominated as well. If they cared, then Django Unchained would have been nominated. But it wasn't. They did everything in their power to make sure that didn't happen. And this is just the straw that breaks the camel back. They don't want you to watch this. They don't want you to watch this because they have had it with every bad press they get from every movie that should have won and should have not won. Sinner should have won Best Oscar. I've watched that movie. It doesn't matter if it's science fiction or not. A film is a film. It's a good film. It should have won. But it didn't. Another period piece won. With violent, stark scenes. With full, 5-minute scenes going on in that film. Would you like me to go down the rabbit hole more and give you more examples, Mossy?
No, I think I got it. I think you've made your point.
But you understand what I'm trying to say here, though.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Well, I'm trying to make sense. I don't know if I'm making sense because often I don't make sense. But it's not an award ceremony for you. It's an award ceremony for them. They're sick and tired of getting the backlash. Can you imagine, Mossy, if Everything Everywhere All at Once wasn't even nominated and won? Can you imagine the backlash?
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. I'd imagine.
Yeah. They do it to prevent money from going out of the Academy Award funds. That's why they do it. That's why they do it. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Don't act like their hearts grew 3 sizes that day. Oh, we have... No! They had no fucking choice. They don't do things out of the goodness of your hearts. It's not a award ceremony to celebrate movies anymore. It never has. It never has. And as long as old farts are controlling that ceremony, this shit is going to happen over and over. These decisions are going to happen over and over again. And people are hailing this as a great progressive thing. 37 minutes watch time. 37 minutes. Why do you think they chose a platform with the smallest watch time? If you think they didn't do their research, oh, they did the research. Why do you think, Mossy, they picked a platform with one of the smallest watch times? Because they don't want you to watch. Because it's never been about you. It's never about me. It's never been about the majority of people that go see movies on a regular basis. It's about their little circle jerking themselves off. Always has, always will. And until that change, this shit is going to keep happening over and over and over again. I mean, this is a great move for YouTube. And on the surface, it looks like a great fit for the Oscars until you look just a little bit deeper. All right, well, that's been the season finale to Caveman Roars Back. Mossy, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
I like the back and forth.
No, it's fun.
I did. I mean, I think to help me get more context, those arguments need to happen.
Yeah.
So I can literally do my thing, right? So guys, we will be back tonight for a brand new episode of the LP Shop. And until then, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all. 50,000 plus. An UGG Club for life. Peace, guys.
Just chest, boom.